Hey everybody, Luke here, and today we're talking about plantar fasciitis, which for those of you who have dealt with it in the past, it's probably your least favorite type of heel pain. So we're going to run through first what it is, what it looks like, and then 3 things you can do to start treating it on your own. So first off, plantar fasciitis. I'm going to take my shoe off here. Your plantar fascia is this big ligament structure that runs from the base of your heel here, and then it spreads out, kind of a broad ligament, and towards the base of your toes right there. So if you pull your ankle back and pull your toes back, you should feel it pop out right there, real firm. For those of you with heel pain that's caused by plantar fasciitis, if you follow that ligament all the way back towards your heel where it attaches and you push right there, that's typically where you're going to feel a lot of pain. The other thing that's really consistent and common with plantar fasciitis that would kind of lead you to believe that you have it is that you'll get real stiff when you sit for a prolonged period or first steps in the morning, and those first 3 or 4 steps, again, if you've been sitting for a long time or you've been sleeping, those first 3 or 4 steps are really painful. And then after that, you kind of get used to it. That big plantar fascia ligament stretches out a bit, and then you can keep going. But that's super consistent with people. Again, you sit for any period of time, those first steps just kind of, kind of dagger into your heel there. So that's your plantar fasciitis. It's more or less an overuse injury, and I'm not going to go into too much detail there, but if that's what yours is presenting as, that's more than likely what you're dealing with. And again, I guess I can give you a little more background. It is caused by things like flat arches, just too much stress on there, tightness through your calf and your plantar fascia. So if you've got that, here's a few things that you can do to work with it. Like I was just doing there, when you pull your ankle back and pull your toe back, that's a pretty good way just to stretch the plantar fascia itself. The other thing that you can do for the plantar fascia is you can do some self-massage there. And the easiest way to do that is not so much with your hand, but with something like a tennis ball. So if you get a tennis ball on the floor, I didn't grab one, I probably should have, but if you get a tennis ball on the floor and with your bare foot again, or your socked foot, you just kind of rub it back and forth on the arch of your foot, on the plantar fascia. Folks, tennis ball seems to work best for people. You could use a racket ball. Some folks will even use a frozen ice, a frozen bottle of water, so it's like ice and they can roll it and ice it at the same time. So that works well. So you can stretch it directly with your hands like that, like I was saying. You can massage it, do some self-massage using a ball or a frozen bottle of water. And then the third thing that you can do that works really well is you can do lots of calf stretches. Anatomically speaking, your plantar fascia is going from your heel out towards your toes. Your Achilles tendon back here is going from your heel up into your big calf muscles there. So they kind of they're almost functionally one continuous tension band, or like a rope. And so if you've got tightness in your calf muscle, that's directly going to affect the tension into your plantar fascia there. So simple calf stretch here. On the stairs at home, is you'll just step up, say it's your left foot, your left heel that's bothering you. You're going to drop weight down onto that left ankle there, and you're going to do a nice calf stretch. So you should feel that stretch way up here through the top of your calf. I've got another video that takes you through these stretches a little more detailed if you're not quite sure how to arrange it. But stretching your calf frequently is going to be really helpful for plantar fasciitis. The other one you'll see a lot of is kind of that runner stretch where you go here. And again, you're stretching back through your calf muscle there, and that's going to help your plantar fascia even though you're stretching through the calf muscle. Last thing I want to mention about plantar fasciitis is that a lot of times, if you do what I just said in the video here, it's going to help you get some level of relief. You may get total relief if you catch it soon enough, but for some of you that have been dealing with it for prolonged periods like months or maybe even a year or two, typically what you need to really get you over the hump is we have you come in here and we do some friction massage with some hard, like scraping tools. It's a little painful, but again, you have to get that plantar fascia loosened up, and at that point, you're kind of irritating it to break up scar tissue. And the last thing I want to mention too is that a common cause of your plantar fasciitis is going to be like a flat foot, so your arch in your foot is collapsed, so it's just constantly, that plantar fascia is constantly being stretched too far. And so in those cases, some kind of orthotic, typically custom orthotics, are really helpful. So there's your quick rundown on plantar fasciitis, what it is, what you can do about it. If you have questions, please let me know. And then at the moment that we're filming this video, we've got a heel pain workshop coming up with one of my friends just across the hedge over here, Dr. Brent Clark, who's a podiatrist, so he specializes in heel pain and anything to do with toes and feet and ankles. So we've got that coming up March 11th, 2017. So if you're watching this video in time, you can give us a call at 892-5442 and reserve your spot. And otherwise, give me a call if you have questions or send me an email. Thanks for watching.